Candy universe. Really? Does Will Smith know about this? I feel sorry for today's generation, in a really heartfelt sort of way. See, I don't think you young people understand the terribly low quality of entertainment that you have to look forward to. Cartoons these days are god-awful, and there are only a few exceptions to this rule, and I can only vent about this because I've lived through the 90s, and anybody who's been through the 90s knows that the greatest of cartoons were made and aired during this time. So, I would like to take a moment to address just how bad children's television networks have become nowadays. Basically, what's gone on with children's television is the same thing that's gone on with children's movies. Everybody's trying to copy Disney. And I'm not saying that Disney is necessarily a bad thing to copy. Actually, let's not kid ourselves. That's exactly what I'm saying. Disney is perhaps the worst thing to copy nowadays. It gets success, yes, but its demographic is mainly comprised of 14-year-old girls, and therefore girls who are not very mentally stable because of the Disney products. Allow me to explain. With the success of such things as High School Musical and Lizzie McGuire in the past, kids' television shows have changed forever. Now pointing away from being universally entertaining to only entertaining to basically little girls or just boys who have no other channel to look to because they're not interested in anything real yet. Believe me, I was there. There was a time when I could have seen Mythbusters and thought nothing of it. Now it's the best show ever. But I digress. Networks these days are flooded with shows that are pointed toward the female teen demographic, and all of them seem to have something to do with being an especially successful, individualistic girl, which in reality is about a 1 in a million chance. I'm not saying that girls aren't individualistic, but not every girl has her own web show, not every girl is able to sing, not every girl is able to do fantastic feats in gymnastics, not every girl is pretty, and not every girl is a pregnant teen. Even though these shows would at times suggest that being a pregnant teen is not so bad and it's borderline desirable. Yeah, I'm looking at you, ABC family. The Secret Life of an American Teenager is one of the worst programs I have ever heard of. And if you ask me, it ranks down there with the same intellectual, social, and entertainment garbage that MTV puts out every day, especially with its new reality TV series about pregnant mothers. Seriously, ABC family? Pregnant teenagers, that's what you want your demographic to be. You guys are pathetic. But I digress. So, what's changed in children's television since Disney started getting a lot of success with Lizzie McGuire and High School Musical? To put it in the worst case scenario, Cartoon Network now has real people. Just want you to digest that for a second. Cartoon Network. The network in which cartoon is in the title now has reality television shows. And not only that, but they're awful. They're terrible. Destroy, Build, Destroy. Dude, What Would Happen? Oh my god. Those kids on Dude, What Would Happen, their stunts are completely harebrained and idiotic, and these are the kids that one day you'll see on an Axe commercial being complete and total... Well, you catch my drift. I can't even come up with any word or phrase at all that can sum up my feelings for these kids. Aside from... rapscallions who have no idea how to... If I saw them anywhere, they'd be beaten to a pulp so quickly that they'd have to... sideways! Let me see what spring is like. In a bowl of... as I am quite sure that all of their mothers were. The size of whales, with no talent, no commitment, and no... Dude, double pits to Chesty. Right in the tailpipe! And it's not only that there are real shows on Cartoon Network nowadays, the actual new shows that Cartoon Network puts out are also just terrible. Total Drama Island in Season 2 with Total Drama Action now is terrible. It's taking all the same crap that I don't like about reality TV and putting it in a cartoon. Why would you do that? Cartoons are supposed to be an escape from reality. You're not supposed to make us go through it all over again in cartoon form. I mean, I understand that reality shows are successful, but that's only because they're being propagated by the ignorant masses. And yes, I said it. Reality television is garbage entertainment. It's awful. It's not intellectually stimulating at all. And I may sound like a huge nerd for saying all of this, but really, do you really want the kids of the world to be influenced by the mentally unstable freak show that is reality television? I certainly don't want my kids going through all of that. And it's really sad, too, because for a while, Cartoon Network had some of the best of kids' shows. I mean, just look at the cartoons. And believe me, if you're too young to know what a cartoon is, then may the gods of children's television have mercy on your souls, because you are missing out. The cartoons were some of the greatest cartoons ever made. Period. Better than anything the Cartoon Network is showing nowadays. You had Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo, I Am Weasel, which was a spin-off of Cow and Chicken, the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. These were fantastic shows. They were excellent shows. They were funny, they were original, and they sought to entertain anybody who watched them. But not today. Where are the cartoons today? They've been bumped off of Cartoon Network and thrown onto Boomerang. Now listen, it's pretty sad for your company when you believe that your demographic shifts so much that you dump all of the shows that you have licensed for yourself and you replace them with reality television. That's what MTV did, and I never said that MTV was good earlier, but at least it showed music videos. MTV, music, television. It may have been crap back then, but it's worse crap today. In fact, it's worse than crap. It's the germs on the bugs in the crap. It's despicable! But even later on, as Cartoon Network started leaning more towards entertaining a teenage demographic, at least they kept some good shows around, namely Teen Titans and the Toonami lineup. Now, I could do an entirely different rant on Toonami, so I'm not even going to go off on that right now. But suffice it to say that the stuff on Toonami was really good. The stuff on Magoozy wasn't. Aside from Teen Titans, but I've already said that. I basically attribute Cartoon Network's paradigm shift from cartoons to reality television to Disney and all of the money they're currently making on Hannah Montana products. Basically selling the body and face and voice of a talentless hack just so they can get all of the money in the wallets of every parent who has a 14-year-old girl. And yes, I said it. Miley Cyrus is terrible. She is not a singer. She's not an artist in any way. So to heck with all of you guys. Although I did think it was hilarious when Miley Cyrus decided to do a pole dance during her performance of Party in the USA during the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. It was like looking into the future of poetic justice.